Caitlin Clark
Mm-hmm.
and
I'm a fan.
Angel Reese, right?
Yeah.
They're going back and
I'm a
forth.
fan of both.
And Jamil Hill says by the time Angel Reese is done, she's going to be the Michael Jordan of WNBA.
She said about Angel Reese?
She said Angel Reese, by the time she retires, can you pull up this quote? She said, by the time she retires, she will be the MJ.
On Angel Reese's ego trip, Stephen A. Smith just applied the brakes so forcefully that the left slip marks. Believe me when I say that this is not a glamorous Netflix special with a prearranged fall from grace. Angel made a move that had everyone on the internet gasping. If you thought the drama on the court peaked with buzzer drinks, buckle up, Stephen. The key question is what Angel did. Get ready, because A didn't just drop a microphone. He set it on fire.
It's not about black and white. It's about that white player and that black player. Why? Because of the history that they had before they came to the WNBA. You see, it was all instigated. If Angel Reese was never in Caitlin Clark's face, taunting her the way that she did when mimicking what Caitlin Clark was doing to numerous opponents en route to the Final Four. And then Angel Reese and LSU bust their living, you know what, at that particular moment in time. And Angel Reese was in her face chirping at her the way that she did. It would have never gotten to this point.
For points, yes, Angel. That's it. Even with Caitlin Clark iced on the bench like she's posing for a sports drink, half wrapped in ice and the other half wrapped in hope, Angel was unable to take advantage of the opportunity to shine when she had the ball and the spotlight, and she still managed to manage a stat line that screams underwhelming. If you can't wait for Reese's next blooper, then comment fire the baby giraffe down below. Let's go.
First of all, it's not a rivalry. Not when you're losing by 35 points.
That's true.
It's not rivalry. Indiana Fever's on a different level than Chicago Sky. Let's get that out the way. Secondly, as much as we love Angel Reese because she is special, she's not Caitlin Clark as a player. Caitlin Clark is on a different level. We just have to own it.
Take a look during the national storyline. There was less I'll show them and more oops, I forgot where the hoop was. Angel's participation was so weak that it might have been given a polite apology card 4 points, which isn't a stat line but rather a call for assistance from someone who just realized they're auditioning for an exit interview. Caitlin Clark was sidelined, but still managed to influence the game.
Most fans were excited to see Caitlin Clark and Indiana Fever take on Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky. The game was a blowout as the Fever beat down Chicago 93-58, with Clark's triple-double leading the way. But the biggest headline coming out of the game on Saturday is the investigation the WNBA is conducting into allegations of hateful fan comments directed at Angel Reese. It happened after this play when Clark slapped at the ball after Reese grabbed an offensive rebound.
Yes, she did indeed take those 12 rebounds, and she does treat them like cash, as if they were free meals at Chick-fil-A, but the rebounds lacked baskets. That's merely gathering participation awards. She's behaving as though hitting double figures is a duty, as the WNBA once stated. Here's the opportunity to do more. No, I'll pass, she replied. She seems to be approaching scoring as a nice-to-have but unnecessary luxury item.
Angel Reese, part 38, let's get it!
Life throws her lemons. She makes bricks. Bang! PSA to anyone watching, she is right-handed. Right-handed, by the way. She missed the rim by 3 feet, man. Bang! I gotta say, this is my favorite summer sitcom. Pecan? Butter pecan? Bang! Here's a stat. She's been blocked 20 times, and she's only made 21 hoops. What? Bang!
Even the broadcast crew is trying to control the damage, yet she contributed elsewhere, so you know it's a difficult night. During a reality show appearance, she may have spent the evening running laps in sneakers that haven't been worn since college. The camera even captured her in a glaze, as if she were mentally applying for a spin-off series called The Real Stat Hoarders of the WNBA, where appearance is more important than stats.
Because I was calling it from day one. You got people that are resentful towards her. But it's really not about her, guys. It's about what she represents. Before she ever came along, there were a lot of outstanding basketball players who happened to be black females that was doing their thing on the WNBA level. And they never got this kind of shine.
And take a peek, that 4-point episode shouted, "I peaked in college." Yet Angel once walked in with a swagger for days. lashes, hair, and confidence unflinching. This isn't the long-awaited Bayou Barbie conquest. Rather, it's becoming the WNBA's forlorn housewives and angels sipping lonesome Pinots while asking, "Where's everyone gone?" Loud enough to wake the NCAA archives. In the meantime, Caitlin Clark plays like she's in her backyard gym, scoring points, dishing out assists, and making three-pointers even after being double-teamed, elbowed, and iced. Angel had the ideal scenario without Caitlin's entire attention, but she still flopped when the microphone was handed to her. She doesn't just show up, she shows out.
Elaborate a little bit more on that in just a second, but before I do that, I want to ask you your thoughts about apparently some racial animus that was thrown in the direction of Angel Reese. The Chicago Sky have gotten involved, talking about they're going to protect their players at all costs. The WNBA has issued a statement saying it abhors and discourages hate of any kind, etc., etc. Your thoughts about it? Here's the WNBA statement. The WNBA strongly condemns racism, hate, and discrimination in all forms. They have no place in our league or in society. We are aware of the allegations and are looking into the matter. Your thoughts about that element of all of this, where you believe it emanates from, and do you think it will ever subside?
The huge rebound stat line Angel was out there grabbing rebounds like Pokemon cards, saying, "You have to catch them all, then never use them." Sure, 12 boards shout hustle, but rebounds aren't the same as impact. You may box out 3 defenders and yet watch your shot clang off the front rim.
Oh, man. The latter part of that, Stephen A., is quite the thing to think on. I think when you go back to the impetus of the rivalry that we have between Caitlin and Angel Reese, I remember funny clips on the internet.
Another diabolical stat. She's 19 of 59 from less than 5 feet away. How about that, man? Bang! She should work at housekeeping for hotels because she could turn it over quickly. Lost by 27, scored only 4 points against the Indiana Fever. I mentioned no Caitlin Clark, no problem, give and go. Like a given no shot of working. Bang!
You prefer a car or plane?
Car or plane for what? For how you want to travel! That's too many steps and you can't do that. Bang!
The rumors that Angel compared herself to Michael Jordan are becoming more widespread now. This isn't a high school pep rally. If you're not scoring, you're not playing. At this point, Angel's contribution may be her sideline runway looks or keeping seats warm. It's not exactly MVP behavior. If she notices that her minutes are decreasing, she might want to speak with the stylist before the stats coach.
I have yet to see a single example of Angel Reese being a leader outside of rebounding her own missed layups. What does Angel Reese do? What is her contribution? You tell me, because I'm not seeing it. I know I'm harsh on Angel Reese, but she considers herself a star. If you're going to call yourself a star, I expect you to perform like a star, especially in big moments. Caitlin Clark was injured. Angel Reese was the only star on the court last night. And for 27 minutes, she completely disappeared.
This was meant to be her breakthrough year, the year she showed that she was more than just a highlight reel personality. Instead, she became the WNBA's punchline and highlight reel equivalent of a viral TikTok craze. Angel's season began on a high note, took a faltering step, and now we're all seeing her fall. Not quickly enough for the rest of us, because of the milk crate challenge.
Caitlin Clark's or Angel Reese's popularity in large part is attributed to her behavior towards Caitlin Clark. Because when Caitlin Clark was busy taunting opponents a couple of years back before LSU smacked Iowa around in the national championship game or so, it was Angel Reese that was clapping back at Caitlin Clark once it was Caitlin Clark's turn to have her comeuppance. And that's what made Angel Reese famous. Now, Angel Reese experienced vitriol thereafter. It was tough for her to deal with, as she articulated.
Oh, there's a lot of reaction coming in from last night's drubbing, destruction, annihilation, cremation, whatever you want to call it, roasting, sauteed, whatever your form of cooking may be. But the Indiana Fever absolutely dismantled the Chicago Sky.
Furthermore, many were actually cheering for Angel Reese to win. She entered the league as a headline-generating powerhouse, a narrative that moves Caitlin Clark's adversary. The drama, the flair, the Bayou, the Barbie spectacle the WNBA could advertise for months because she was so charismatic. Unless she's out there doing some sort of postmodern sports satire about inefficiency, this isn't cutting it. And now fans are waking up, logging on, watching the games, and going to the games. The college stardom and viral moments mean nothing when you're putting up numbers that wouldn't scare a junior varsity team. 4 points isn't just impressive, it's becoming symbolic. Wait, that's it. Twitter was ablaze, but not with admiration, but with uncertainty. 4 points once more. She's snatching rebounds like a pro, but her offensive game has vanished like a left AirPod. Posting things like, "We need to talk about how Angel Reese is actually good, you just don't understand basketball." Even her ardent supporters are attempting to change the narrative. Karen, please, she's having as much trouble as a flip phone in 2025.
This is only women that get this. I'm tired of it. Like, here's my thing, you guys. What else? Who are these girls? Who are these girls that are hating on Caitlin Clark? Are you just combing through Twitter? What else are these women supposed to do? Fawn over her? Fangirl over her? Bend the fucking knee? Kiss the ring? Like, what do you want from them? We cannot every time the girl plays a game. She got 40 games, guys. She got 35 more games. We are not every single game gonna revisit and retread this same tired ass rhetoric that all these girls are hating on her, and they need to be thankful they have been.
What makes this so obvious is that Caitlin Clark, the girl who is sitting out injured, is still controlling the league's conversation without even playing. At that point, things start to get really awkward because Caitlin is sitting on the bench, likely with her ankle wrapped up, drinking electrolytes, and casually watching while Angel is out there looking like she forgot her own position. How do you lose the spotlight to someone who isn't even wearing a uniform? Then, front office rumors start to circulate. Is she being benched for development? That's basketball code for us not to say this in public, but yikes, it's not just a slump. It's a reckoning. The Sky didn't draft a TikTok star because they wanted a rebound machine with a scoring allergy.
What an outfit Angel Reese was rocking. She put a lot of time, a lot of effort into making sure her ensemble was on point. Are my boots matching my jacket? Are my gloves matching my hat? Angel Reese put in tons of time for this outfit, which begs the question, does Angel Reese put in more time in her outfits for the pre-game catwalk, or does she put in more time to actually get better at the game